Time now for another In the Legal Know. And joining us now in the studio is Vincent J. Russo. And today, Vincent is introducing a 4-part series on trusts and Medicaid. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
It's great to be here again.
It's great to have you.
And
we need your expertise.
I am so excited, though, to pull this together in this 4-part series. Trust can be such an important vehicle for seniors and people with disabilities and utilizing trust to protect their assets while accessing vital government programs. So we're going to focus in on how trust can help an individual maximize government programs while protecting their assets. And I'm going to zone in on 4 of them. Okay. 2 for seniors, the first 2 that I'll do this week and next week. And then 2 will follow for people who are disabled and under age 65.
Okay.
All right? So today, the Medicaid Asset Protection Trust. This is a trust that allows a senior to place assets in that trust. We're going to talk about a residence, putting their home in a trust, while allowing them to access government benefits. Now, why is this important? Because Medicare does not cover long-term care. Long-term care can be very expensive. Home care could be several $1,000s a month, $7,000 a month. Nursing home care could be $12,000 to $15,000 a month. Medicare doesn't cover long-term care. Medicaid does. We have strict asset rules and income rules to be able to access Medicaid. So now we have individuals who are forced really into thinking about, how do I plan to stay in my home and receive the care I need without being impoverished?
Mm-hmm. I think, is it a surprise to a lot of people that Medicare does not cover it? They get to a certain age and they realize, or your relative gets to a certain age, right, and this is not going to cover this, and you do need Medicaid.
Correct.
So how do we do this?
All right, so first we have to look at the rule, the Medicaid rule for residences. That's what we're focusing in on.
Okay.
So an individual lives at home. If their home is worth up to $955,000, mm-hmm, then their home is exempt, which means that they can file for Medicaid home care and the house won't be counted against them. Now, they still have to limit their assets. You cannot have assets more than $16,800. So the home, though, would be taken off the table. It would be exempt. That would allow you to access Medicaid home care and also access nursing home care as long as that house had been put in that trust 5 years earlier.
Okay.
The problem,
this is what's extremely important, right? The 5 years?
That's right. So people can do advanced planning by placing their home in a trust, and then after 5 years, the home is totally protected. It gets much more complicated if they need care sooner for nursing home care. Home care they get right away. So there's no issue there, and most people want to stay at home and most people live at home. The problem that also plays into this is that even though Medicaid says, well, it's exempt if you're living there and you're receiving and want home care, it's exempt if you're in a nursing home as long as you have an intent to return home, okay? But it's not exempt from estate recovery. So when you pass away, they put a claim on your house and then they take your house to reimburse themselves for Medicaid services. Right. So this is where the Medicaid Asset Protection Trust comes in. It avoids the claim at the end. And also, if your home is worth more than $955,000, it's off the table if it's in that trust. So it's complicated.
It is.
It's complicated.
But many people don't know. You could really just exhaust all your assets in your home, right, to
right,
pay for these costs when you could be getting protection through Medicaid.
Right. So we don't want anyone ever to lose their home because they need long-term care. Mm-hmm. See an elder law attorney. They'll look at your situation. One size does not fit all, so there are a lot of options, a lot of exceptions in the rules. And, you know, most people will be able to put a plan in place so that they can remain at home and access Medicaid home care. One of the things we can offer through our law firm is we have a free Medicaid planning guide at vjrussolaw.com. and that'll give you the basic rules and the planning options.
I mean, when would someone start planning for this? What is there a certain age, or at what point?
Well,
who is this? Who does this? When?
Yes, good question, right? So if we look at age, generally people in their 60s should be thinking about, their retirement years, how they're going to make their money last, be stretched over their remaining lifetime, and how do they pay for long-term care? So is it long-term care insurance? Is it self-funding? Is it Medicaid? Those are the choices, right? Now, the other way to look at it is, what's your health condition? If you have family history of Alzheimer's, or if you have a medical condition and you're in your 50s, you need to be Medicaid planning in your 50s.
Okay.
Right? So it's not just age.
Okay. Now this is just the beginning. This is just a little bit of the
Right.
overall overview. So next week we will be talking about what's ahead.
Okay, so next week we're going to talk about pooled trusts, Pooled,
Okay.
pooled trusts. So the Medicaid Asset Protection Trust is to protect the assets. The pooled trust is to protect the income.
Okay.
All right, so we did assets today, income next week, so people can stay at home, live the life they deserve to be able to live, not lose their assets.
Right.
And-
Don't be unpleasantly surprised or shocked. Be prepared for this now.
Right.
Boy, Vincent, thank you very much, and we will see you next week.
Yes.